Alright, it's been a while, so let's kick things off again in style, with not only a brand new Transformer toy, but one that is just now officially being released to the market. This is Revenge of the Fallen Knockout. Yes, one of the first wave Scout figures, and one of the first Scout motorcycles we've had in a long time. Now, the figure itself is pretty nice in this vehicle mode. I mean, like most of the movie toys, it's very sleek and accurate in vehicle mode. There isn't much to speak of as far as accuracy goes. It's their own different brand of motorcycle. It's not based on any specific one, but it does look really, really nice. I'm a big fan of green, so this two-tone green with a racing stripe, I love the deco on this thing. I really like here in the front, they put in the headlights, no like little screen or anything, which you can't really paint in, so I'm kind of glad they didn't try. They got the gas cap on there, right down to this little blue ring around it. I'm not quite sure what that's for. But you know what? I don't mind. The detailing on this thing is spectacular, too. I mean, you've got all the engine bits in there that you can see. You've got the little foot pegs for the rider to stand on. The chain is molded in to the back wheel. And you've even got little things on the front that are motorcycle related that I don't really know about. I'm going to call it the brake for now. But yeah, it's really nice. You've got the tailpipe there, so it all works out. And you've got, I think you can even see a speedometer in there in between the handlebars. It's really a phenomenal job that they did on this motorcycle. My only complaint for the vehicle mode is this exposed bar. Yeah, that has no accuracy whatsoever. It's pretty much just to inhibit the transformation. But you know, it's a Transformer. I don't expect all that much, especially at such a small scale. I'm just glad we got what we did. Now, my only real problem, on the other hand, is the size. Like, I will show you the last one we got, which was RC here in the Energon line. Now, size-wise, they're pretty much the same. Knockout's got a little bit more bulk in the bike mode itself, but the problem comes he doesn't have these gigantic weaponry that RC seems to get, and he has no spring-loaded gimmicks like she does. So you can kind of see where the budget goes these days. The transformation-wise, detail-wise, they're pretty much on par. But you can tell that just since Energon, things have gotten a lot more expensive with the Transformers. But at the same time, things have gotten very, very interesting and very efficient as far as molding and detailing goes. So you kind of get a little bit of both for your money. So I really can't say much more about vehicle mode. I mean, details are nice, deco is nice, so how about we just hurry up and get to the robot mode, right? Now, the way I received mine, I didn't get instructions, so I admit I'm kind of guessing here. You split the back wheel, you split the seat, swing the entire thing all the way out. Now, you can undo the legs here, which are snapped into the sides, so you gotta loosen them up there first. If I can show you how to do that, and without taking off kibble, which has a purpose. I'll show you that here in a bit. Swing the legs down, and yeah, the kibble here, it's not screwed on, so yeah, you're not going to be able to keep it in place during transforming. Just do your best, it pops right back on. It's meant to do that, so don't worry too much about it. Let's see. Motorcycle wheel. You know, it can rotate, but there's a little piece in there that prevents it, so just leave it as it is. Just split that down to reveal the robot mode head. Bring the panels out all the way down to form the chest. Bring these up. they will kind of friction into place. These can kind of go backwards like that. Bring the arms down, rotate the elbows around. There's your forearms. And now the hip. Now this, getting the pelvis here into the torso, it's a little loose connection, but it shouldn't give you too much of a problem. Now for Knockout's very sleek little robot mode here. This is where I think they did a great job from the last movie, because even though he does have kibble like most of the original movie formers, he uses it really, really well. He's got kind of a skeletal design here. The legs are noticeably very thin, but it uses that extra kibble as like little hip armor, which really looks nice and really improves his look, I think. He's got very sharp lines and has a very, very sharp look to him overall. That's helped by this chest. I love how they did the chest here, that double layering. That really, really looks nice. See, Autobot symbol down on his gut, unfortunately, and one big uninipple out of the gas cap. And he does use the vehicle modes parts well. You can see he's only got one hand over here. He gets the gun hand, but it's a very small one, and it suits him well. He also uses these big things up here. You know, wheels on motorcycle transformers, they almost never get used right. Just see animated prowl for one good example of being used. Your articulation's really nice here. He's got ball joints everywhere. I mean, pretty much all the significant joints are on ball joints. You've got full range in the knees, the hips, the shoulders, and the elbows. You've also got some adjusting you can do with the ankles, and you have the head articulation as well. These are also positionable on ball joints, which we'll get back to in a minute. The detail is really nice. I like the scowling face he's got, and it kind of invokes the big exhaust pipes on the motorcycle on the sides of his head here, which is a nice little touch. It definitely gives him a very menacing feel, which is weird for an Autobot, but you know, he's going to get repainted into a Decepticon eventually. I mean, they usually switch factions when they get repaints. But it's a really nice figure. It does a really nice job. And honestly, it's one of the better Scouts that I've had in a long time. Now, I don't have the other Revenge of the Fallen Scouts, unfortunately, so I can't tell you just how much better this is compared to them. But I do know this one does have a hidden feature I really like. Now, I showed you that these are adjustable, which can be brought down into these little turbines here, which is enough for a flight mode, but not enough for me. Remember, these things pop off. Yeah, and while it looks like it's hard to tell whether they were meant to or not. They just kind of peg in, they don't screw in. But those little foot posts I told you about, they fit perfectly into these little slots up here that hold onto the piece that holds onto this wheel. Wheel him back around, and he has a very, very impressive looking flight mode. So he's got full wings, full turbines, very kickback style use of those wings. Really, really cool. Those are not on the instructions anywhere that I can see, but it's a really nice effect, and it actually makes his robot mode look a lot cleaner, and unfortunately he does have some balancing issues when you do it this way. But he comes out looking really, really nice. And just to show you very quickly, yeah, he does come out a little bit taller and a little bit bulkier than the Energon mold. So he gets his women's, and he's happy. Yo, yeah. That's how Knockout rolls. So thank you very much for watching this review. I have no idea if it's funny or not, but, you know, I wanted to do a Revenge of the Fallen review. It's all the rage these days. Thank you very much.